I have been gluten-free now for almost 4 years. If you've seen my videos before, you know I was diagnosed with celiac disease 4 years ago by a blood test in April-ish after I found out my mom also has celiac. And then I did an endoscopy in October of that year to confirm, yes, I do have celiac disease. So that's what they generally do in Canada for a diagnosis. And now, fast forward, we have gained another autoimmune disease. Woo! Just kidding, it's nothing to celebrate about. I wanted to update you all on my health because generally I do one of these videos like maybe once or twice a year since being diagnosed. So last time I spoke to y'all, I don't know, it was probably like almost a year ago about stuff. Aside from the red pepper incident over the summer, I was complaining about being really tired and exhausted, and I mean like exhausted. Like I sleep 9 hours and I'm like, I have no motivation, like most of the time, like 3 weeks out of the month, I'm like, I have no motivation. I have like hardly any energy. Like even making dinner is like, or thinking about dinner is like so hard. And then the brain fog, and like I would sometimes feel like malnourished or dizzy or disorientated. My memory was like so bad, and I'm like, I thought I was supposed to be like fixed now that I don't eat gluten, and like my stomach's still upset like 50% of the time, and I feel like shit a lot of the time. I get up, if I have to get up early in the morning, like I feel like absolute garbage. My stomach hates me. I feel sick. Like it's just, you know. So anyways, I was like, this is a problem. Like I am not doing well. Like something else is going on here. And I kept thinking I have more food allergies. Maybe I do. I don't know. But my gastro doctor last year, he put on a couple things for your thyroid. And I didn't think anything of it. I kept pushing off my blood test. I was like, oh, so inconvenient. Like, I don't have time or this, whatever. I was making up excuses. Okay, so don't be making up excuses. Just go book the blood test. It's not that hard. Fast forward to December. And I think I saw him in the summertime, and I was like, oh, I'll wait a few months because he was checking my celiac levels, of course, again. And I was like, I just checked them in like January or February. I'm like, I'm not going to check them again in like 6 months. Like that's stupid. Like at least, or maybe it was less time than that, like 4 months. And I was like, there's not going to be a difference. There's literally not going to be a difference. Like the way I see it, and being in part of the celiac groups on Facebook is super, super helpful because you see common things or things that maybe you have dealt with before pop up, and then people answer. And a lot of the things I had seen a couple of times of people's numbers like not going down, or they're going down slowly, and a lot of people are like, don't freak out. As long as your number is going down each time, that's the goal. Like you don't have to be 0 in 6 months or underneath the threshold in a year. Like some people take more time. I think it depends on your body, your immune system, and then I think it also depends on how long you were undiagnosed for and how much damage you had caused to your gut. So I don't know how long I was undiagnosed for, but I'm assuming it was many years, and that my gut was like real damaged. First off, that blood test I ended up doing, I waited all the way till December. Okay, like it's literally been 2 months, you guys, since that last freaking blood test. But the big positive in all of this, okay, is that he told me, my gastro doctor told me that I am in remission with my celiac disease. Don't get confused. That does not mean I am cured and that I can eat gluten again. It definitely does not mean that. It means that I have healed my gut. My immune system is not actively attacking my gut. Therefore, remission means it is not active in my body right now. So we are healed. So it's super exciting to see that finally, after almost 4 freaking years, that my body has healed itself. Now I know everything, that I'm doing everything right. It's a good validation for like I'm eating good, I'm cleaning everything good. I'm not making like, I rarely eat out, so like I don't even worry about that. But it's really a good feeling. So once you are below, like, and I'm just below the threshold, like 3 point something, like I don't know, I'm not like at 0. I am below the threshold, meaning I'm in remission. Whoa! Okay, so that's my one piece of positive news for the health update. The other thing was my thyroid stuff. So he put in a test for that, and it turns out my levels of THS were like extremely high, like 10 times the amount they're supposed to be. So, and that's your thyroid stimulating hormone. So with that, if it is overactive or underactive, that depends on what the number is going to be. And it was showing that mine is underactive. So my body's trying really hard to like just make enough for the day to day, whatever. But clearly, like, I've had so many situations where I'm like, well, when I Googled the symptoms of hypothyroidism, I fit the bill for most of them, and it made a lot of sense. Christmas came and I was like, okay, like, when am I gonna see my doctor? Like, I have access to my numbers, like my blood results online, and I was like, are they like out of office forever because it's Christmas time? Well, they were out of office forever, and I was like, well, I don't know if this is like really bad or whatever, like, who knows? Well, January comes along and I'm like calling them like, hey, like, can we go over my results? Like, don't let your gastro scare you about anything that's not related to your gut, because he was like, you need to go and see a doctor like today, like tomorrow, like you need to be put on medication like literally in the next 2 days. He's like, I don't want to do it because it's not my area of expertise, but like I will if you like don't have someone or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, I was so scared. I was like, what the heck? Like literally 2 days? Like, bro, it's been a month almost since I got my blood test. Like, what? It's crazy because if you go back in December at my regular job, like I work twice a week, and coming up until Christmas, it was so busy. And my 2 shifts, I was like so stressed, and it was so busy, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so much. Then on the day, my first day off of like I think it was the first day going into like my holidays or whatever, I just like crashed. Like I have never been so exhausted and so like ill from being like tired. Like I feel like I don't know if it's your adrenals or like literally anything that has to do with energy or whatever, like I was just drained. Like I could do nothing. I slept in and everything, but I was just like, all I can do is lay on the couch all day. And I was like, that is so, and I just felt so sick too. Like in my stomach, I felt so sick, and I almost picked up a shift the next day, but I was like, I feel so bad. Like, I don't know if I should. Like, if I do, I can only come in for a few hours because I might feel ill tomorrow too. And I felt ill for half of the day the next day too. And then I started to recover. But that was another thing that thinking back, is like, that was probably a good sign of like, you don't realize how much a hormone or something like that does in your body until you're lacking in it or over in it. And you're like, holy crap, like, maybe that's why I was exhausted all the time. Maybe that's why I like felt like death that day. So it's really good to know now. However, he really scared me and I was freaking out, but luckily I had been on my way to finding a family doctor. So I found a family doctor and just so happened to be able to meet and greet her the next day. So I was like, thank the Lord. So I went and met her and I was like, yo, my thyroid stimulating hormone is like crazy. Like my gastro just literally told me like, you need to like see your doctor. What she did was she was like, okay, like let's just test everything to do with your thyroid and get a good clear picture. It's good that you already have one that said that. Now let's do it again. It's been a month, so this is perfect timing. We can just redo it and then see where you're at, see if anything has changed. And I'm like, so I didn't need to freak out and be like, oh, I should have been on medication yesterday. Like, okay, like, so she made me feel really much better about it. Fast forward, now I did another blood test. with all of the thyroid things. Okay, like all of them, which if you're in Canada, I ended up having to pay like $100 for all of these tests. So if you feel like something is up with you, just beware there will be a cost if you don't have, if you just have OHIP, if you don't have like extra health insurance, there will be a cost for these thyroid tests. The in-depth ones anyways. Surprise! That was nice. Wasn't expecting that. In the beginning of February, I ended up, because I was like, I'm gonna book this test like immediately as soon as I can. So I ended up getting the next appointment I could find, and I got the results back. Actually, they took longer to come back. Like I was like, okay, I can see like my THS is still high. It wasn't as high. It was almost down by half, but like I said, it was times 10 in December. So now is only 5 or 6 times the maximum limit it's supposed to be. But then I had to wait, almost took a week for the other antibody tests to come in. So I was like, okay, pretty sure I have hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's. So I know I said another autoimmune disease because I'm kind of assuming that it's Hashimoto's, but like she said I just have hypothyroidism, which I don't really... Now I'm not sure if that's actually an autoimmune by itself, but once you have one, it's kind of like easy to get another one. So that's why I'm kind of like, well, it's probably that. And it's causing that, right? I talked to her again and we look over everything and she's like, yeah, you need to be put on medication because you've already had a high number in the past, and then all of these results are confirming basically that we are now medicated. And I don't have to check again for 3 months, which is really nice in case I do have to spend that $99, whatever. At least it's not for another 3 months. So, and the thing is, I was so scared. I was like so terrified to take this. I just have such a fear. Like if you have seen any of my videos before where I talked about food anxiety, I have like kind of like medical anxiety or like anything to do with pills or drugs that like change how you feel in any way. So like anything that would be outside of like Tylenol, I get like I don't want to take it. What if it makes me feel weird? What if it hurts my stomach? Because I have so many stomach problems. It's like, and you're supposed to take without food, and I'm like, I only take stuff with food. Like, I don't like this. It took me a couple days after I got it, and it's extremely, extremely affordable medication, by the way. So if you are thinking as well, like, oh, like, great, I wouldn't want to do that, look into it. I mean, there are very, very bad things that will happen if you do not get your thyroid under control. So that is like my main thing. Like, okay, I need to take this medication. Unfortunately, is like a lifelong thing. Like, I'm going to have to take this for the rest of my life and keep track of it for the rest of my life. But honestly, like, it's supposed to take weeks or months to like really like have an effect and make you feel any kind of different. And so whenever I was complaining to my doctor about, oh, my stomach is still upset a lot of the time, like it just seems like I can't do anything right, like I would get really frustrated. Like my stomach's upset in the morning and I'm like, I've literally been eating tofu and rice and vegetables all week. Like I seriously don't understand. Like what? Like I'm eating the same things. Like this makes zero sense. One week I could eat like trash. Like I can eat smiley fries, New York fries. That's the only thing I will eat out pretty much, by the way. Mock meat a couple times a week. Like literally just chips and candy and stuff, like, and I'm totally fine. And then the next week I'm like, it was literally almost 2 weeks of like every single morning my stomach was upset. And I was like, did I get gluten? Like I seriously don't understand. Like every morning I'm like, oh, my stomach, and then I wasn't feeling well on top of that. Like, so upset stomach plus now I feel like shit for like 4 hours of the beginning of my day. Well, when I asked my gastro, he said, yeah, your thyroid stuff, if it's out of whack, it can affect your gut. It is like day 5 of me taking this medication. And like I said, it's supposed to take like a week or 2 before you feel any different. Well, I kid you not, day 1, I felt more energized. I had to work all day and I felt more energized throughout the day. I didn't feel as drained when I came home. The next day, I have off. Still, I'm feeling really good. In fact, my stomach is even feeling pretty good. These 5 days now, my stomach, maybe the first couple days it might have been upset, just, I don't know, probably lingering. I mean, the medication is not supposed to take effect for, like, right away, and we were looking up some of the, I don't know what to call it, but the like half-life or whatever, like how long does the drug stay in your system, those type of information anyways. So it's kind of like, it's one of those drugs that's kind of like compounding. So once you take it, it's going to affect it a little bit. It's not going to be like boom, like ADHD medication. Like, you have to take it every day because it only lasts 12 hours. And after that 12-hour window, like, it's out of your system kind of thing. Where this, it takes, I think it said like a week to get out of your system, something like that. So the idea is you take it day after day, it eventually brings your levels up and up and up, and then leaves them at a consistent level. So then you are good. And then you have to check on it and make sure, obviously, that you're not having too high of a dose or too low of a dose. Like, you might have to adjust it, right? This is what helped me with taking this, because I don't know if anyone else feels like anxiety about taking medication, but I'm like, if I take this, it's a low dose, and it's also not going to make a difference. Probably not going to make a difference right away. Probably not going to feel any different. It's probably going to take a week or two before, like, I actually feel any different. But I'm like, I feel like I actually feel different already. So one of the things could be motility issues, and, like, I feel like that was really hitting me, because sometimes I would feel like just so full, or like heartburn, and I'm like, this is not how I ever was before. Like, I never felt this way. I never felt like my stomach is just like in pain, like being full, when it's been like hours later. Like, what is going on? Or I'd be like really, really bloated or gassy, and I'm like, for what though? Like, I didn't even eat anything that would cause that. Like this is so strange to me. Now I feel like everything is actually moving how it's supposed to in time. Like, it doesn't feel like anything is being stuck in my stomach or in a certain area where I'm like, oh, like, why is nothing moving? Like, and you might just brush it off, like, oh, maybe you need to get up and move more. Like, maybe you need to go for a walk after you eat. It's like, no. I think it was just my thyroid this whole time. Like, I think not having enough of that hormone, my gut motility was just I think it was being affected by that. And then I don't know how it can make you have an upset stomach, but since taking this, I've been feeling really good. So obviously this is really new and really early on. So we'll see, like, a month or 3 months. Maybe I'll do another update in like 3 months when we check it again, if y'all want to know about that. Considering now that my celiac is all under control, because I was thinking I was having more food allergies. Now I'm not sure. I might retry to eat some other things that I thought bothered me, like pea protein and the red peppers. I might even try oats. Sometimes I accidentally eat like something with oat milk in it or oat flour in it, and I'm like, whoops, like, didn't realize that, but I don't know. I think that's kind of a limit thing anyways. Pretty much that is a little bit of a health update. I hope that this information helps you in case you're like, oh, like, I stopped eating gluten, why do I feel so bad? Like, it could just mean your body's not healed yet from gluten, or you might have exposure still and you have to be more careful. Or you could have something else going on, like your thyroid. And also, taking the little tiny pills in the morning with water feels like nothing. It's literally as if I just drank some water in the morning. If you have the fear, like me, it's fine. Just get a hold of your health. And now I just hope that this is it for for autoimmunes, for any other health conditions. Please, just let me be happy. Let my stomach be good from now on. If y'all struggled, I am with you. I know the struggle, okay, of just never knowing what is gonna upset your stomach. All right, so anyway, I'll do an update again in like 3 months ish, to let y'all know, if you care. Also do have an ultrasound booked, so that's something else that we're gonna be going through, making sure, I guess, the ultrasound, there's no growth or anything like that, so it's always good to just, it's like food. When in doubt, throw it out. With your health, I feel like if something keeps nagging at you and you're like, that's, you know what, I'd just rather have the peace of mind, like maybe it's a little weird, like maybe I should just get it checked out. It does not harm you unless obviously it's like you're going all the time, like every week you're going to the doctor. That's a little ridiculous. But if you have a little weird, maybe that mole looks strange. I have had a mole removed because I thought it looked strange and it was nothing. But it's fine. It was fine. So, peace of mind. I recommend, my advice to you, do whatever gives you peace of mind, especially if you struggle with anxiety, especially health anxiety. Just whatever gives you peace of mind. Anyways, that will be it for the update. I really hope I didn't forget anything to share with you, but if you have any questions, just let me know and I will answer them for you. With that, that'll be the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!